All right, so you're doing the freelance thing, making it work, hustling, bravo. But chances are if you clicked on this video, you are feeling a little bit or a lot of it stuck in your freelancing career. And I have been there. After 40 plus freelance clients, 5 years of full-time freelancing and making it to 6 figures as a freelancer, I have learned a lot of lessons and I want to help you get started better, faster, stronger, smoother than I ever did. So in this video, let's talk about 7 reasons why you are not scaling your client base, your cash flow, your reputation as an intermediate freelancer. Hey, my name is Dea, freelancer, digital business manager, most recently entrepreneur. And as always, you can find sections on the play bar below if you want to skip to a certain part of the video. Your time is precious, so take what you need. And if you want to watch this on 2x, I will not be offended in the least. Okay, let's dive in. So the first reason is a reason I think we all fall into when we first start freelancing, because we always start with an hourly rate. And that first mistake is attaching your value as a freelancer to your time. We do not want to do this long term. In the beginning, it's okay because we're just getting started. We're trying to figure things out. But as you go on in your freelancing career, especially if you are an intermediate freelancer, you want to make sure that any clients that are paying you based on how many hours you're actually sitting at your laptop are slowly being turned into clients that are paying you for your value and for the transformation that you are bringing to their business. And the biggest reason we don't want to do this is because there's a cap to our time, but there isn't a cap to our value. So as much as possible, we want to make sure that we're going somewhere where there isn't a cap so that scaling is actually infinite. More specifically, my favorite type of setup to have with clients is deliverable-based retainers, where essentially no matter how much work I do in that month, I just have to make sure that deliverables, so a set list of things that I told the client I would deliver to them, is completed. It doesn't matter how many hours it took me. It doesn't matter how I did it. It doesn't matter. As long as I produce this to the quality that we agreed upon, the client is happy. And I have an entire video about how to turn hourly clients into deliverable-based clients. I'll link it in the top right corner if you're curious about that process. So in this mistake, we want to shift from thinking, how much time do I have this week for my clients, into how do I create more value for my clients on a consistent basis? And how do I make sure that I am communicating the value that I'm bringing to this client very, very specifically, and slowly transitioning from that time focus into that value focus. The second mistake, and this is a simple one, is just not raising your rates. When you are a freelancer, you have to be the one raising your rates. Your clients are probably not going to do it for you unless they're incredible clients or something and they're really wanting to keep you and incentivize you to stay. But chances are you're going to have to raise your rates. Just like in a corporate setting, they have regular performance reviews and they do promotions and they get pay raises on a yearly or every 2-year basis. We want to make sure that we're doing that as freelancers as well. And if you're not sure how to do that or when to do that or how much to increase, I've got videos on that. I've got a part 1 and a part 2 that I'll link in the top right corner as well. The third one is not implementing a referral scheme. This is kind of the lowest hanging fruit for client acquisition that I know for intermediate freelancers. If you already have clients that know, like, and trust you, the easiest way to land new clients and to scale your income is to go through these clients, because chances are they know exactly what you do, they know how you do it, they love you, and they're probably in networks and masterminds and groups and communities full of other people just like them because they're learning from each other. I've got a video on that as well. I feel like this video is just going to be like, you want to do that? I've got a video, detailed video about how to set up a referral scheme and my step-by-step process to ensure that you're getting awesome referrals as a freelancer. And the fourth one is something I only realized a year or 2 into freelancing, and it really shifted everything for me, because instead of thinking like, oh, what are my clients doing? Oh, how much time do I have? Oh, like, how do I help them? Oh, like, how can I do more of what I'm currently doing? Instead, I shifted to this question of how can I make myself more valuable and truly indispensable to my clients, to the point where they need me and they see my impact, and it's like a non-negotiable to have a Dea on the team. So I really invite you to ask yourself, how can I make myself more valuable to my clients? How can I do more that is connected to helping them make money, save time, or helping them get their energy back as a business owner? Because most business owners are tapped out in terms of energy. And when you start thinking in this way, you start solving a lot of problems that your client might potentially have or have in the future, and you're prepared for them. And if you're the first one on the team to be prepared for them, chances are the client is going to grow your role, is going to be more willing to increase your rates, and all that good stuff that happens on the other end of making yourself really, really indispensable to the client. And really the best thing you want to be is a problem solver, solution-oriented, presenting things that the client doesn't even know that they need ahead of time. Fifth one, not knowing, not having clarity, not asking for, not getting feedback from clients on how to improve. And I get this because I am also very afraid of negative feedback. But honestly, if it's a client who's a good person who respects you, chances are they will give you constructive feedback, not just blatantly negative, mean feedback. If they're doing that, they're probably not a very good client to have long term. But constructive feedback is so important because it tells you exactly what you can fix to become better and to become more indispensable to your client, which in turn means that you can charge more money, which in turn means that you have more client options, and then you can slowly filter out those lower paying clients. So ask for feedback at regular intervals. I normally do every 6 to 12 months. I check in with the client like, hey, I'd love to schedule a 15-minute or 30-minute call to just talk about my performance over the past 6 months, kind of like initiating a performance review, what I could be doing more to support you better, what else I could take off of your plate to make your life easier. You know, that is a dream things for a client to hear, and that initiative that you're taking will go a really long way to ensure that you're being paid what you are worth, which is going to be more and more as you become more valuable. Sixth thing is not investing in yourself as a freelancer. So if you're not investing in yourself as a freelancer, which by the way, we all know the biggest asset in your business is it's you. So if you're not investing in yourself, this is going to be your earning capacity as a freelancer moving forward. If you're investing in yourself one way or another, this is going to be your earning capacity. And this is really what we ideally want, is like exponential growth, right? And that's really why I think I was able to scale so quickly, is because I kept investing in myself. So like imagine, okay, you are not a machine, but imagine you own a factory that has just one machine in it. This machine is in charge of doing all of the work. It generates 100% of the income that this factory brings in, right? Everything's working good, you're getting business, you have a little cash, now what, right? I personally would be thinking, how can I make this machine better? How can I make this machine work faster? My little miracle machine, right? How can I make it work smoother? How can I buy upgrades for it? Can I buy add-ons? Can I make the machine like do more things? You know, all those things. Of course, you are not a machine. This is just an analogy. So this is really important to have this thinking of yourself as a freelancer, is like you are your biggest asset. So invest in you as much as you can to make the best version of you possible, because that will mean your earning potential goes through the roof. Investing in myself was one of the best things I could have done for my, well, obviously for my profitability, but also sustainability for my freelancing career, and then also my personal interest and passion, because I kept developing myself in areas where I was really intrigued about how to get better at, for example, strategy or marketing strategy, and I kept bringing that more and more skill sets to my clients, more cohesively being able to help them look at the big picture of their business and all that good stuff. And I think that's why I was able to increase my rate so much, because I really invested in how I could serve the client best. And if you don't have money to invest, that's okay. Invest your time, right? Time is the thing you can definitely, it's a resource you can definitely invest. When I started, I had no money left over to invest in myself. So I just invested time. I took free classes. I watched YouTube videos. I took internships. I read a lot of books. I listened to podcasts. I did my own research just via Google. You can really find anything on Google nowadays. And I built my network. I met a lot of people in free communities. I really took that time. Yeah, make yourself valuable, and that demand of what you offer will become so high, and you will reach your income goals that way. And of course, if you do have money, then invest with money too. That's also a great resource to invest with. You can get courses, you can up level, you can buy templates, resources, get tool training, join a coaching program, all of those things, anything to help you get better faster so that you can earn more money with that and generate that ROI. And the final reason might be, and I hear this sometimes from freelancers, is you are not treating your freelance business as a business. You are not thinking of it strategically. You might be treating freelancing as a side hustle. And if you treat it as a side hustle, you'll probably make side hustle money instead of full-time money. So what does a business owner do? They're putting systems in place to ensure that there is that consistency in their business, and they're not just working on it whenever they feel like it, which ensures that there is an income fluctuation. They're really making sure that their level of effort is consistent so that they see those results over time, right? They're not just trying once or twice and then calling it quits, but they're actually putting in that work over months, if not years, to build the freelance career of their dreams. Because I'll be honest, I did not make 6 figures as a freelancer in my first year. And I think anybody who tells you you're going to be able to do that is probably not being very truthful, because that's just really unrealistic, or it's going to be really, really difficult. Another thing business owners do, cash flow forecasting. They ensure that, they're aware of when money is going to come in. If a client is going to drop them in month 3, that that they know that cash flow is going to dip, and they're making a plan for how they can bring that back up. Maybe they're signing another client, maybe they're bringing in a new project or something like that to ensure that that cash flow is steady over time, and they're really managing those finances like a business owner would. And you know, another thing a business owner does, they critically assess their clients and they drop the clients that are taking up way too much energy for the amount of money that they're bringing into the business. And I know this is a very, very difficult thing to do. I remember as a freelancer, I would hold on to clients that were not paying what I should have been paid for a very long time, just because I was afraid of, I don't know, losing the income, not replacing them. I was afraid of them being upset. I was afraid of lots of different reasons, right? As we all are. But as a business owner, you really have to think, what is the best thing for the business? Not what is the best thing for me? What is the best thing for the business long term? And in most cases, the clients that are draining all your energy and time and keeping you from fulfilling on other work and really not paying very good rates, where they're like kind of like nickel and diming everything, they're not good for the business. They're not good for the business health, and dropping them will do wonders for you. It will free up that mental space, that mental real estate, that precious real estate, and ensure that you're finding clients who are actually worth your time. And that is definitely one of the things that kept me stuck at my income for way too long, much longer than I needed to be stuck. If you have any questions about any of these 7 reasons, I'd love to help. Pop a question below and I will personally answer it, of course, and give you advice for where you are at. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.